G'day and welcome back to the channel. Now, interesting things happening out there. This is just kind of a news update. I'm trying to get some flying videos done, but honestly, too many other things are happening. So just want to keep you informed with what's going on. The Drone Advisory Committee, the new Drone Advisory Committee, has been announced. Now, this is a committee set up to advise the FAA and the government on things relating to drones. And given that the hobby is the single largest group of unmanned aerial systems users that there are, you think we'd have representation there. And in fact, when the new committee was being drafted, two people from the hobby put their names forward: Dave Messina from the FPV Freedom Coalition and Zoe from Zoe FPV. They both put their names forward. Either or both of those would have been great ambassadors for the hobby and an important couple of seats on this committee. But of course, they didn't get included. No, they didn't. Let's have a look at who was on this very, very important committee that is responsible for advising the US government, the FAA, on the future of drone regulation and all sorts of things. How do I maximize this? Here we go. Look at this. Let's have a look. And you tell me whether the hobby is in trouble. So here's the new Drone Advisory Committee membership. First of all, there's the federal officer. This is the guy running it. He's from the FAA. You would expect that. Now, the chair is Michael Chasen from Precision Hawk USA, a very large commercial drone company. Now, we've got someone representing airports and airport committees, fair enough, so that's okay. We've got Labour, that's the controllers and pilots and things who are going to be affected by the drone situation. Yeah, that's fine. Then we've got state, local, tribal and or territorial government, so that's a whole group of bureaucrats and people from the police and so forth. Yeah, okay, you've got to have some of those on there. Then you've got navigation, communication, surveillance and air traffic management capability providers. So we've got someone from a Verizon company and someone from Precision Integrated Programs. Now, research and development and academia, we've got someone from Lockheed Martin. Now, traditional manned aviation operators, this is, your regular aviation companies. We've got someone from the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, which is interesting because I think Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, that's a recreational body, is it? I'm not sure, but it seems like unmanned pilots get their hobby represented on this committee. We've got UPS, they might be interested in drone delivery. And we've got Aero Now Gen Solutions, don't know who they are, and American Airlines, right? Now, most of these are really big companies so far. Then we've got UAS component manufacturers, hardware component manufacturers. We've got the executive officer of Robotic Skies and UAvionics Corporation, Christian Ramsey from them. No mention of any people that actually make stuff for the hobby, even though the hobby is much bigger than all these commercial entities put together. Then you've got UAS manufacturers. Okay, we've got Wing, that's the Google company, Alphabet company. Wing, remember I mentioned them in a previous video. We've got Michael Sinnott from Boeing Commercial Airplanes. Okay, Boeing, huge aviation company. Then we've got Dave Carbon from, surprise, surprise, Amazon Prime Air. And then we've got Adam Bry, who is Chief Executive Officer of Skydio. Skydio is one of the companies that's been chosen for the blue list of approved drones for US government use. And then, of course, corporate UAS operators. We've got CNN, someone from CNN, and someone from a railway. Okay, now citizen UAS operators. You might think, here we are, this is where, and there were two seats going on citizen UAS operators where I think Zoe and Dave should have been positioned. But instead of that, we have Kenji Sugahara, Chief Executive Officer of Drone Service Providers Alliance. Now, I have no idea who they are, but it doesn't sound like a recreational body to me. And Vic Moss of Moss Photography. Again, that's not recreational. Moss Photography is a business. And Vic has been very critical on some of my videos. So I think maybe he got chosen for this because he's been critical of me. I would not put that past the FAA because they know who I am. After they stole my video, I was very outspoken. So anyone that, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, Vic Moss would be a great guy to have on the team because he doesn't like me either. Now, who else have we got? UAS application, software application manufacturers. Got Airspace Systems Incorporated, Chris Anderson of 3DR. Now, again, these are, $1 million companies, big companies. Agricultural interests, we've got someone who's whatever Measure is, I don't know what that is. Advanced Air Mobility, these are the flying taxis that are going to take over the airspace. Yeah, right. And we've got someone from the Hyundai Motor Group. Yes, the Hyundai Motor Group. Of course, the Hyundai Motor Group should be involved in regulating our hobby. Of course they should. And then we've got someone who is the director of the Alaska Center for Unmanned Aircraft Systems Integration. I have no idea who that is. And finally, industry associations or other specific areas of interest. We've got someone from the Association for Unmanned Vehicle Systems International, someone from the National Association of Mutual Insurance Companies, someone from Aerospace Industries Association, and someone from the MOAC Group. I've no idea who they are, but did you see anybody here, anybody at all who could represent us, the hobby, the single largest UAS operators in the world? Vast majority of UAS operations in the skies over our heads are performed by us, the hobby, the recreational users. We have zero, absolutely zero representation. Instead, we've got Boeing and UPS and Amazon and Google, all these companies here, plenty of representation. They're the ones who are going to set the rules. And do you think there'll be any consideration for the freedoms and the rights of hobbyists? Now, I did warn you in a previous video that this was the case, and if you doubted me then, surely you must not doubt me now. Here is the latest piece of evidence that proves that we are being marginalised for commercial purposes. This whole committee is loaded with commercial operators who do not give a damn about us and our hobby, and they'd rather have us out of the airspace. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but I told you so. I think this is damning evidence of what's going on. Now, I have another video coming up fairly shortly about a patent, which could actually completely tip the whole remote ID thing on its head, or not. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But watch for that video. It'll be coming up soon. In the meantime, I'm trying to get some flight videos done, but hey, so much other stuff going on. There we go. Thank you for watching. Go to the comments. Have your say. Thanks to my Patreon supporters. You make this all possible. Got to get on. Bye for now.
Now, if you are from the CAA or the FAA and watching this, then again, get back to your chopper. Now!